What's up, Internet? It's your dumbass, Panicos Gaming, and we're doing more Aqua Breed Tauros. So, let me just run over here. We'll get our sandwich started, and then, sorry, I'm just jibbled. God, I already cannot speak today. This is going to be a disaster. Just checking for shinies. Oh, right. Okay. So, for the level 3 sandwich, we need 1 Herba Mystica, 3 banana, 2 chorizo. There's a banana. It's 3, yeah. Two of you. Next. Sweet. Alrighty. Let's get this going. So we can not do anything for 30 minutes while we collect eggs. My favorite way to shiny hunt. But being that I'm now using level 3 sandwiches is actually nowhere near as bad. And you notice the counter jumped from when I left off last time. That's because that was the extras I still had left over. Spoiler alert, none of them were shiny. Which I'm actually kind of glad about, because that would kind of just be lame to get the shiny off stream. Toss you over there. Alright, that should be our sandwich. Once again, I didn't go check my boxes, which means they're going to be disorganized. Alright, well, we're going to lose a couple minutes off of this sandwich. That's okay, though. Actually, I'm not sure if you can get titles from eggs. I had never even thought about that, actually. Maybe you can? Boxes. Still trying to get rid of Charizards for my testing stuff. We'll start over here. That should be plenty of boxes, right? Yeah. I don't know if I actually need to move something into the party there. Oh, that was wrong. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Go away. Oh my god. Why does it take 38 minutes to do that? Okay, and now we're going. Took a little bit longer than it should have. Actually only lost 1 minute there. But yeah, the strategy is use a level 3 sandwich to collect eggs, use a level 2 sandwich to hatch. Might actually need to use a couple of them. And then, yeah, if I don't get it, then we reset so I can get my Herba Mystica back. If we do get it, then we only used 1. It would be a little bit faster if I used a level 3 sandwich for hatching as well, but like, then you use 2 Herba Mystica for 1 shiny. Which is not really worth it. So I did finish my all my testing, I think. of like the breeding and stuff in Sword and Shield and BDSP and Scarlet and Violet. So I probably gonna work on that video tonight. We'll see. Like, all my testing and stuff is done. I just have to actually like write the video, so that'll be a thing. But yeah, the TLDR is breeding is like maybe as fast as Sword and Shield, but also depending on how you do it in Sword and Shield, it's actually just way faster in Sword and Shield. And unlike Scarlet and Violet, it doesn't require making a bunch of sandwiches or buying sandwiches. But it's also not quite as bad as I thought. I realized, so part of the reason why I thought for a while that breeding, like the actual hatching phase anyways, took twice as long in this game as it did in Sword and Shield, that's because when I was still doing my breeding in Sword and Shield, I guess people hadn't realized that they had the number of cycles you needed to complete. No, sorry, the egg cycles have stayed the same, but they have the number of steps per cycle, because it's technically not steps that it's technically not the steps that are what's hatching, it's the steps add up to a egg cycle, and then you have to go through a certain number of egg cycles. In the end, it's basically the same thing, but anyways, so in Sword and Shield, which is when they reduced it, people didn't realize that, so everyone just assumed that the eggs were the same number of steps as they were in previous games, because they were the same number of cycles. We just didn't realize that the number of cycles got changed, or sorry, the number of steps per cycle. So I thought that I was hatching eggs that took twice as many steps, or I thought my eggs took twice as many steps as they actually did in Sword and Shield. So like I was comparing Tauros to, like, you know, what I thought was a 5,000 step egg. God, I'm like losing my train. It's a pain in the ass. Basically, it's not half. It doesn't take twice as long to breed in Scarlet and Violet, so I was definitely wrong about that. It's just that because my numbers were based off of incorrect information, and then that information got corrected going into Scarlet and Violet, or before I started breeding anyways. But it is still, I think, slower. It's definitely slower to collect eggs, even like in best case scenario with a level 3 sandwich. Hatching eggs with a level 3 sandwich is definitely faster, but not by a huge amount, and again, you have to use another Herba Mystica at that point. And the thing is, even then, since you can't collect and hatch eggs at the same time, like in Sword and Shield and BDSP, you can ride in circles in front of the daycare center, right? And it'll, the steps that you're using to make more eggs spawn are also being used to hatch the eggs in your party. You can't do that in this game. So, because you can't do anything while collecting eggs. You literally just stand here. Also, I will have to leave at some point for a minute while I'm hatching to go and work on laundry real quick. But that should only take a couple minutes. Another thing is I do need to also go and like actually update a bunch of stuff for the stream stuff, like the little pop-in cards and stuff like that. I'm always falling behind with those. Actually, that reminds me, did I ever actually finish my Living Dex one? I don't think I did. I think I had started making it rainbow and then just never did it. But yeah, do that, and then I'll probably try and work on the video. Try and get that out sometime soon. Being that it has been quite a while. I can pull up actually the post on Reddit that got me started with that. Yeah, 20 days ago. So if I put that video out in a week, it will only have taken me a month. Or if it takes me another week to put out that video, then it'll total only be a month. God, I am so scatterbrained today. Tauros is over there. Where the hell is Ditto? Are they like... Oh, they are right next to each other. Okay. I couldn't see it from this angle. Also, love the shadow pop-in. I know what's causing that to happen, I think. But that's still really bad. Basically, I think that the building... You can kind of see, like, the like doors on it are popping in as well. So basically, once the building is out of sight, I don't know if it's being completely deloaded, but they aren't actually using it to calculate shadows, which is stupid because you can usually see a shadow without seeing a building. Or it's usually possible to see a shadow without having the building in your direct vision. You know. But this is Game Freak after all. I guess I shouldn't expect too much. I really wish it wouldn't constantly rain in this game. Like, it seems like it rains a lot. Let me look something up here. I did see earlier, like last week or something, that there is another, like, Intel card that could be really good for AV1 encoding. I think it was ASRock. Yeah, they have it listed on their website. They don't have it listed for sale yet, I don't think. Yeah, they have like a low profile one, which is awesome. Because it doesn't use a, it doesn't have an external or additional power connector. It's just powered off the PCI slot, which is awesome. That's how all the 380s should be, honestly, because they don't need more power than what they can pull from the slot. But it's being low profile means I can kind of just put it in anywhere in my system and it'll be fine. I don't have to worry about blocking anything. I really only have like one more slot available. Actually, that is one thing that sucks with that card. It's a 2-slot card. But like I think I have enough room for that. It's just I don't have really options about where to put it. It's only going to go in like one spot. Specifically, I think it's going to be in between my graphics card and my capture card. Like my main graphics card. But that's if I get it. I don't know. Twitch is still not supporting AV1 for some reason. Despite them saying that they're eventually going to try to do it. Let's see here. Twitch AV1. It's something that I've Googled before. So yeah, May 6, 2023. People are still like, yeah, why is this like not a thing yet? But yeah, so basically Twitch still doesn't support AV1, and I didn't see anything saying that's going to happen anytime soon. So like, until that happens, there's really no point. Like, I could just use it to record, I guess, which would be very helpful. Hey, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. But yeah, I mean, it could be useful to, like, just use it for recording, and then... You've been on a grind today? What you been grinding on? Single-handedly killed 90% of the raids? Yeah, that sounds like online. You're on the Herba grind. Got 20 right now, going for 40. Good luck with that. I have found Herba Mystica so, like, inconsistent to get. Like, there's some times where I'll get a whole bunch in just, like, one loop. And then there's other times where I'll do, like, multiple loops of the map. Like, on different days and not get anything. But it's definitely the best way to get shinies, so... There's some Pokemon... Yeah, I know there's some Pokemon that have... The main thing is the ones that, just have, like, multiple different ones that they can drop, because that has a chance of dropping each one. But yeah, I don't know. I have some Herba Mystica right now, so I don't have to hunt for it for a little bit. I should be able to get through at least 2 egg hunts. Plus I have plenty to do, like, some encounter hunts as well. I'm guessing Dondozo is the, one of the ones that has, like, all of them and all 5 of the Herbas in its, drop table. Yeah, okay. I know there's a few. I'm surprised Ditto isn't one of them, to be honest. But that's probably intentional because of how easy it is to cheese Ditto raids. But yeah, good luck with the getting Herbas. I'm just gonna be here collecting eggs for another, like, 16 minutes. We'll try and hatch them and see what we get. It'd be dope to get a shiny today. We'll see. I have plenty of time. I started super late streaming today, but I don't have to work today, so it doesn't matter. You gave up on eggs? Yeah, it's not the best way to shiny hunt in this game. But there are ways to make it better. Using a Egg Power 3 sandwich, which requires 1 Herba Mystica at least, will definitely speed up how fast you collect eggs, and then you can use a level 2 sandwich without Herba Mystica to hatch them. And then if you don't get a shiny, just reset so you get your Herba Mystica back. I use Egg Power 2. Yeah, Egg Power 2 is best if you're not gonna, like, reset after collecting and hatching. But yeah, if you have extra sweet Herba Mystica, that's definitely, like... Well, if you have extra sweet Herba Mystica and you want to do an egg hunt, that's the way to do it. You just release the Pokemon. Yeah, no, the only The only reason why I'm resetting is because I'm using the Urban Mystica. Otherwise, I do the same thing. Well, usually I'll trade away the Pokemon on surprise trade, just to see what nonsense I get back, because it's funny to see, like, the turbo-hacked Pokemon. And they always have a... They, like, always have, like, an ability patch or a Master Ball or something on them, so it's like, ooh, free good items. I'll then just release the hacked nonsense. It takes so long. If you use Pokemon Home, you can mass release. You can release like 30 at a time. I don't remember if that's actually like a paid feature though too. So I don't know. I'm already going to be paying for Pokemon Home anyways, but I think it is. I think mass release is hide behind the paywall for some reason. You failed a raid. I really do need to like take some time to set up a couple more raid Pokemon. Just because like I have a couple good ones. Like I have Iron Hands and Annihilate, and those will handle most stuff. I need to set up my Skeledirge, or another Skeledirge, since the one I had I put in my living dex. Are you doing 5 or 6 star raids? You have a shiny marked Iron Hands because flex? Nice. Both? Okay. Yeah, I feel like the 5 stars are usually okay. Occasionally you get one where it's just like, especially anything with Yawn, it's just like, oh god, why? But then, yeah, 6 stars are like their own beast. I pretty much don't even bother with the 6 stars unless it's a Ditto, because again, I can just cheese that. Oh, Iron Hands learns Sleep Talk. That's actually really good. I should probably put that in my Iron Hands. I hadn't even thought about that. I forget what I have on my Iron Hands. I think it's Belly Drum, Close Combat, Drain Punch, and Thunder Punch. So I'm actually not sure what I would want to get rid of in that. I guess Close Combat. You don't have Close... Yeah. The thing is, I'm still using it for... I still have Gimme Ghoul raids on my Violet save, which I'm going to eventually go back to hunting that. And Close Combat is great because I can just one-shot that thing anytime it's like weak to fighting. Lucky you don't. Well, I'm not sure I would call it lucky. That hunt is awful for shiny hunting. Like, it's like slightly worse than full odds. And it takes forever to actually, like, do them, because you have to go find the raids that have... Well, yeah, you have to find the raids that have them, because it's only the 5 stars. The 4 and 3 stars can't be shiny. So go find the 5 stars, knock them out, and all that. It's just like... Think if you sold everything from your raids, you would have max money. Wouldn't be surprising if you do a lot of raiding. Like, just the hunting that I did for Gimme Ghoul on this save, Scarlet, was, like, a lot of money. And that was after spending a lot of money on luxury balls, which I just realized I'm gonna have to do again in Violet. Well, shit. Oh well. You get more money from it than you spend on the balls, so it's fine. 47 nuggets, yeah. That's like the only upside to the Gimme Ghoul raids, is that they give out a lot of like nuggets and comet pieces or whatever. Not as many of the comet stuff, but the nuggets for sure. It might actually be guaranteed, at least one per raid, I don't remember. Yeah, I don't know if it was guaranteed. It was definitely a lot, and usually it dropped multiple too, so... I suppose I can check. Actually, give me 1 second here. Let's collect this batch of eggs. I can just look it up on Cerebi. Cerebi. Just realized I haven't actually checked. Oh, cool. They're rerunning the Squirtle Community Day in Pokemon Go because they screwed something up. Crazy. Niantic never screws anything up. I can't believe it. I actually did get 1 shiny Squirtle out of that, though. It'd be dope if I could get 2 more. Let's see. What are we looking for here? Power Raid Battle Events, okay. Where is it? Gimme Ghoul. Its drops were for a 5-star. So it was not guaranteed to drop a nugget. It was only like a 23% chance. It looks like. But that doesn't say the whole story on it though. Because with how often it would drop multiple, that wouldn't be quite correct. Alright. We're almost done with this. I think I have, after this set that I'm collecting right now, I have like 6 more minutes, so 3 more sets of eggs. I usually just check the box every 2 minutes. Because the odds aren't very good that you'll fill up the box with 2 minutes. But like, it's obviously significantly higher that you will with 3. And I don't want to, like, waste eggs. I mean, if I'm going to have to just sit here and not do anything for 30 minutes at a time, I might as well at least be efficient in doing that. God, this is why even if, like, reading is, like, as fast as Sword and Shield, which it's not, like, just the fact that you can't do anything during this is just, like, so terrible. I understand you couldn't really do anything in Sword and Shield either, right? You just rode in circles in front of the daycare center and collected eggs, but, like, at least you were physically doing something. Like, I totally get that, like, the riding in circles is mindless and boring as hell, but being that you're engaged at all with it doesn't feel anywhere near as boring to me as this, where it's just like, yep, just, you know, talk to the box every 2 minutes. I'm doing raids on top of the E4. Okay. Ooh, 6-star Amoonguss. Okay. I know there's definitely a few of those that have, like, really good strategies. Like, I think it's the Aqua Breed Tauros. If you bring something with, I forget exactly which thing it is, but you can bring something and you basically can never take damage. Didn't get it? Maybe next time. Alright. You're so bored of raids. Yeah. Raids wouldn't be so bad if they weren't just so busted. Anyhow, when you want tomorrow, you need them, though. Oh. Yeah, I feel like the biggest thing that helps raids is just not having to worry about the AI screwing you over, like it would in Sword and Shield. Did I ever play PLA? Yeah, I played a ton of Legends Arceus. I got a lot of shinies out of that. Also had a lot traded to me, but I still need to go back and do a little bit more in it. How many hours? Oh, God. I will look after this next set of eggs that I'm collecting in a minute. But it's a lot. And I did another playthrough off stream as well. Not too long ago, probably like a month or two ago. So I could go and get the other form of a Namorous. I know it's over 100 hours for sure. 1,200 hours, almost 1,300 hours? Yeah, okay. That's just a few hours in the game. Yeah, I really enjoyed Legends Arceus. I do want to go back and finish shiny hunting a couple of things, and then I'll probably actually delete it, but yeah, it was a really fun time. I really hope that, like, they do more. Specifically if we get, like, a Gen 5 game or something with it. Had a shiny living dex that was 99% complete. Jeez. It was all Wormadam and, like, yeah. Yeah, there's definitely some that are brutal to get. Okay, so let's do pack up. On Legends Original. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Let's go to... There we go. Okay, so according to this, like 185 hours, which is still a ton. How do I have 115 hours of Pokemon Home? That had to have gotten left open at some point. Also, I know I have more hours. Actually, maybe I don't have more hours than that. I think across multiple saves, I have more hours than that. Also, how the hell do I have 105 hours in Pokemon Quest? Okay, I need to get out of that. Maxed out the in-game timer. Very nice. God, I think it's stuck at 99959. Yeah, I think it was Kingdom Hearts where, at least on some versions of the game, like the ports, what do we get? We got 84 eggs out of that. That's not too bad. But yeah, one of the achievements for it was to beat the game within a certain amount of time. But what you would do if you didn't beat it in that amount of time is you would just let the game run until it went over 100 hours. And then it was like it reset the timer. Even though the in-game timer would still like recognize that's over 100 hours. But for the achievement, I guess it wouldn't like actually register it. It's like it was only looking at the first 2 digits of the hour number. Alright, buy one of these. Yeah, that's crazy to have that many hours in the game. That's like MMO hours. But hey, as long as you enjoy it, it doesn't really matter. Okay, I don't know why I didn't put eggs in my party before doing that, but whatever. Alright, here we go. We can actually finally start hunting instead of just standing in a picnic for 30 minutes. I will have to go in about like 10 minutes here for a few minutes to go move my laundry around. But that should only take a minute or two. Okay, the sound effect there for the counter was way delayed. Actually, I guess that is pretty normal. Normally what I would do is, at least in the past, I would like tick it once before starting the stream just to like make sure that it had that out of its system, and then it would always work fine, but... Oh well, anyways. Alright, come on, Tauros. I definitely have plenty of time to hunt this today, but also, like, if I don't have to, I would rather not be here for 5 hours today. But we'll see. Hello? Okay, I don't know why my right stick decided to stop working. Also, it would help if I move these out now. That was really weird, though. I wonder if, like, the Joy-Con just got desynced for a second. It was still weird, though. Actually, I will say I could probably only at most go like another, like 3-ish hours. I probably want to wrap up by 8 tonight. I don't know why, but I feel like this Tauros is like easier to tell that it's shiny than the other two were. But like it's the exact same pattern for it. It's the head and body get darker and the mane gets lighter, but I don't know why. It seems more obvious just looking at the sprite in the corner there. But I mean, we're hatching anyway, so it doesn't really matter how obvious it is. In fact, that's actually why I'm hatching instead of encounter hunting this. Actually, I don't know. Blaze and Aqua Breed can kind of probably be a pain in the ass to actually find. But like even the normal Paldea version of it, it was still just like easier to hatch it because I did it like one time trying to look for it in encounters. Yeah, I think my Joy-Con's getting screwy on me. Because it kind of stuck there on me. Where like it kept turning after I had released it. I think that's my last one. Yeah. I still don't know what it is that makes the camera like fall behind. Because it kind of seems like it might be it clipping on something and like the game not letting it through for a moment, but it doesn't seem to always be like that, so I don't know. I don't know. It's probably just the game is bad. Seems to be the typical answer with this game. Oh, God damn it. I really don't like there's like the random people walking around and there's not really like a good spot like on the bridge in Sword and Shield to just like ride back and forth or whatever. Pretty much everywhere that's like actually good to go in this game for hatching has people in it, and then you just keep running into them. Granted, I'm also stupid. I would run into the people standing on like the edge of the bridge on in Sword and Shield. At least that was just like entirely my own fault because they weren't moving or anything. Unlike there, where that kid just like popped in out of nowhere. That's the thing, because they're walking around and stuff, like, with how poorly this game runs, so it has to unload assets and spawn them in right in front of you. So it's like, it's not necessarily my fault all the time that I'm screwed up. It usually is. Usually I could have gone around, but, you know. Why is it, like, so far away? What the hell? Usually they're not that far away from the trainer, but okay. I also do find it funny that they still have to have the like, more traditional hatching animation available in case, like, the egg is in a spot where it's just, like, doesn't make any sense to hatch it. Or rather, if you're in a spot where it doesn't, there's, like, nowhere to put the egg for the opening. I honestly would just rather have that old animation back. I don't think having it hatch in the world actually, like, adds anything. But maybe that's just me being, you know, stubborn. Alright, I think I'm gonna take a quick break here and go. That's my laundry. Let's do this. Just suspend it. Actually, yeah, who cares? I'm technically losing time on this sandwich, but that's not an issue. Anyways, I'll be right back. Alright, well, guess who hit the stop recording button? So I get to edit this now. Also can't find my... There we go. Yeah, there's a stop recording and there's a pause recording button. And I hit the stop recording button because I'm stupid. Also, for some reason, my sheets were like... had a lot of dirt on them for some reason still. So that was weird. So now I'm re-washing my comforter because it had like a lot of crap on it. I think maybe there might have been a bunch of lint built up in the dryer or something, because it kind of seemed like that. But I don't know. Thing is, I cleaned out the lint trap, so I don't know. Because I had put it into... I moved my stuff over for a second, and as I was walking away, I was hearing, like, something rattle around in there. It's like, okay, well, it's literally just sheets. None of them have even zippers, so what the hell is this? There was just, like, an old chapstick cap that had been, you know, just lost in someone's pocket, I guess. But then when I went in and, like, found that, I noticed that my comforter was, like, covered in crap still. I was like, what the hell? Like, it looked clean when I put it in. But whatever. It'll be fine. Oh, that does remind me, though. I should, It? Okay, I will have to look at that email later. That's weird. There. Just had to set another timer for myself. Yeah, we got 2 more. Man, for a second, the lighting on the head made me really think that it was that was the shiny. Oh god. Man, I don't know why, but my throat has been getting like super phlegmy anytime I like talk much at all. It would help if I actually take out the ones that have hatched and put in new eggs. There we go. Yeah, I really need to look into what other restaurants in this game have the egg power to. Or have something that gives egg power to, just so I can have other places to run around. Medali is definitely the most convenient one, but also, like, it kind of gets boring looking at the same thing all the time. That felt like a very quick egg. Okay. There really shouldn't be any randomness to it, so it's probably in the same speed as normal. I just feel like it's quick, but that felt like really fast that one popped out. Alright, over 20% now. That is slightly off-center, isn't it? A little bit. Well, so hard to tell. It looks off-center partially just because the percent symbol there. Whatever, I'm not going to move it. It's fine for now. Was that the last one? No. Okay, I do have one more. Yeah, at this point, there's a little bit over a 20% chance that we would have seen a shiny by now. Which is, like, a decent chance, but also, obviously, that still means 80% likely that we wouldn't have seen it, so not surprising. Depending on how long I go tonight, we might get over the 50% mark. Because I think that's in, like, 350 or so. Which is odd that, like, that's how the percentages work out. Even though you would think in theory it would take until 512, right? Because it's 1 in 512 odds, but the math on it is kind of weird. Come on, Tauros. I think we got one more after this. I will say it is nice to see the percentage go up at a reasonable speed, unlike with Gimme Ghoul. I'm not looking forward to going back to that at some point here. I do feel like kinda... Well, not even kinda, I will probably get back into that sometime this week. But that depends on what days I actually end up streaming on. Because, you know, I've not exactly been consistent. Even today, like, I got up extremely late. Yeah, I do still want to do the new Mario Kart maps. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe do something NSO related. I still need to go do, was it Pokemon Stadium and Pokemon Puzzle League? Knock those two out real quick. I've been like very not caring or wanting to do NSO, to be honest, because it's... I've just not enjoyed most of the games. Like, really, the only one that I had a lot of fun with was, actually Legend of Zelda. I think it was, which one is it on GBA? Minish Cap? That's the one. But, like, I have no interest in getting actually, like, into the Legend of Zelda series. Just because I don't have the time for that. But, like, pretty much every other game I've played on it so far, I've just, like, not really enjoyed. I guess I did enjoy the first Kirby game. Up until, like, the final King Dedede fight, which was... There was just no way I was going to beat that. Partially just because of the delay with OBS, but also, like... There was just no way. And then, yeah, like, the second Kirby game, I more or less rage... I didn't really rage quit out of it. I did, like, stop playing it. And I planned on uploading it, actually, still. But then I was like, actually, this is just dumb. Like, I was just frustrated the whole time, so there's no point in putting that on YouTube. But yeah, like, there's a couple games I do want to play on it still. Honestly, mainly Harvest Moon at this point. And maybe do, like, the original Mario Kart and Mario Kart 64. I guess I did enjoy Mario Kart Advance. Oops. Once again, helps if you swap stuff out. Yeah, Mario Kart Advance was fun. It was just that one track, which I found out later there is actually like a whole other set of tracks that you can unlock if you beat all of the Grand Prix. I don't remember. There might have actually been another stipulation for it as well. But that one snow track was just, like, actually hurt my eyes to try and play. There was one comment on that video. It's like, yeah, it's a shame you didn't like that, because, I mean, it's supposed to be simulating, like, the ice being rough. It's like, yeah, I know what the point of it was. It doesn't mean it's a good effect. It made it very hard to see what the hell you're looking at. And it just hurt my eyes. So I was just like, yeah, no, I'm good. I'll just play the other maps and then call it good. So I don't know. We'll see with NSO. I would love to actually like go through more or less all of the games, but it's one, that is a lot of games. It's like probably up to, God, I don't know, 200 or something, I would think. But yeah, with how many of them I've like either really did not enjoy or just was like not super impressed. I guess I shouldn't say not impressed, because I'm going into them expecting very old games, but just kind of being like, yeah, okay, that was a game. Like the WarioWare game, which is apparently like an actually well-loved like game, apparently. I don't know. I played it for like 20 minutes and went, okay. I think I've seen all I care to see here. There's a lot of people that really love that game. It's like, okay. I'm not sure what you're seeing there that I'm not, but cool. Was that the last one? That was, okay. How many we got left? Just move these real quick, sorry. So we got a good number left, okay. I wish you could just, like, swap groups. Like, I wish I could just drop these on there, and it would swap the eggs into my party. But, oh well. That was a weird hitch. Then again, this game has so many issues. God damn it. Again, see, that's one of those things where they just spawned in front of me. And yes, in theory, there's probably enough time to react to that, but also, like, I shouldn't even have to. Stuff shouldn't phase into existence 3 feet in front of your character. Alright, maybe this one? I think this is the last one of the set. Yep, okay. I do need to remember to actually go through and double check these before we reset. don't need to check them right now. Oops. Okay, there we go. I've managed to get myself all, like, mixed up now. Alright. Yeah, double check before I reset. I'm like, you know, 99.9% certain that I didn't miss a shiny, but I'm also very stupid. So, you know. Especially on one like this, where it's not the most obvious shiny on the planet. Like a very vivid blue cloth. Yeah, that stands out. I still need to try and figure out a couple more encounter hunts to do, because I don't necessarily want to be committing to shiny Dunsparce hunting yet, but also I might, just because I need to use my Herba Mystica on something. Although I guess I could just stockpile it, right? And wait until I finish up some of my other longer hunts. Like Gimme Cool, Raichu, maybe I'll go back to Registeel, maybe I'll go back to Suicune. I think for sure Suicune is like halted until at least the second DLC for this comes out. Just to see if maybe we'll get, you know, another way to shiny hunt legendaries that isn't Dynamax Adventures, please, for the love of God. Though I will say, if they did bring back Dynamax Adventures almost exactly, except it's just like, obviously with this game's raid mechanics, it would still be better. But like also, these raids are only better because of the AI not punishing you. Which admittedly is by far the biggest issue in those raids. In fact, actually, if they were just to like kind of straight up copy over mechanics, it would probably be a lot better in this game, because you won't even have to worry about the 4 lives total for the entire, like, well, I guess they could set it up to do it that way. But I was just going to say, since you don't have a 4 life limit, it just takes off more time on the timer. And I feel like that would probably reset in between each raid. Or each, like, stage of it, right? But maybe not. Maybe they would just have the timer punishing you more as you die more. They would just make that carry over, I guess. Either way, not having, like, the AI decide to pick a Pokemon that's going to be weak to the boss Pokemon at the end, and then dying, you know, 4 times in 8 turns. Just not having that problem would be nice. I mean, they might still die 4 times in 8 turns, but they won't die and punish you by dying like they would in Sword and Shield. But as far as we know right now, in terms of like data mines and stuff, it doesn't look like the Regis are at all gonna be like in the DLC or anything. Besides Regieleki and Regidrago, which I do need to go back and try to hunt those for sure. But again, until the second DLC comes out, I'm not in too much of a rush on that. Just so I can see what we'll be able to shiny hunt. I don't think I saw Rattata in the files at all. I really should have done my Rattata hunt first in Let's Go Eevee instead of starting Pikachu. Or Raichu, rather. I also do really need to make my auto presser for that, so I can just like set that up to play itself, basically. Being that that one is also a full odds hunt, and it's literally just you standing there pressing A to talk to someone. Just like build something with Lego and a motor to press the A button for me like once a second. Which it should be pretty damn easy to do that, actually. I already have like a basic idea of how I would do it. I just don't have the parts to do it. Mainly the motor, and like some way to control the motor. Because like I would want to use the actual Lego stuff, just because it's kind of just very simple and easy to set up, and I know it'll be compatible with like the Lego parts. Whereas if I just bought like a random off-the-shelf like DC motor for like an RC car or something, that's like a whole thing to do. In theory, it could be as simple as just like a hot glue gun, I guess, but it's just easier to do with Lego. I don't know. It's just weird because there's like not really plug-in like power sources for Lego motors. Like really the only one that allows you to like just more or less just plug it into the wall and still no, okay, I did switch them. Plug it into the wall, and then you do have like some control over it. Is like the old like train controllers, like back in the like mid 2000s, where it's like they had the train kits, and then you had this like black panel thing almost that had, you know, a power supply going into it, and that had a wire that you actually connected to the train tracks, and you just had like a dial on it that you could turn. Which actually would be perfect for this. And there's plenty of people that sell them on eBay, but also like they're expensive. Or at least somewhat expensive for what they are. And there are like the newer stuff from like Lego Mindstorms and stuff, which I found out recently they stopped making Mindstorms, which is a shame because that was like a really cool thing that they had, but whatever. They clearly just weren't selling them, I guess. But yeah, like some of the computers for like some of that stuff or like Technic stuff or whatever, like they have a remote control for them. So like it's not wired in, which is fine, I guess, but it means like there's more crap to worry about. And the battery packs aren't really supposed to be plugged in while also being in use. You can do it works fine, but they're not really designed with that purpose in mind. But those are also a little bit easier to come by, and also you can just buy like knockoff versions of it from like Alibaba and stuff. I should see if there's a knockoff version of the train one actually. It's actually a really good idea. I hadn't actually looked for that. Because like I had looked up Lego compatible motors, right? And like that popped up a ton of stuff where it's just clones of the Lego stuff. So, you know, it obviously works with it. Yeah, I should see if there is knockoff versions of the train thing, because it doesn't have to work perfectly. More or less, honestly, I don't even really need the dial control on it. Because I could, for the most part, just like find the speed that I want to set it to and then set and forget it. But it would be nice to have it if I want to try and speed things up a little bit. There is one concern with doing that the button's probably going to get worn out Like the actual sensor on it. Did I move stuff? Yes, I did. Okay. But I think I'll probably try and use my old Joy-Con for that. I'm trying to think. No, because... maybe. I might be able to figure it out. I just have to figure out what the A button would be on the left Joy-Con when playing Let's Go Eevee. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I probably can't use my right Joy-Con because my old right Joy-Con that I had to replace because of Joy-Con drift. Which didn't make Legends Arceus unplayable. It definitely made it harder to play, though. So I replaced that pretty quickly. Yeah, being that drifted, and when you're playing Let's Go Eevee, you're only using one Joy-Con, so that would be the thing that controls the movement, so that could actually screw up the auto presser, because it would be... you would end up slightly moving away from the person you're trying to talk to until it finally, like... you just move too far away and it doesn't work anymore. But I think the left one was still fine. I think I did release it, I want to say. I think I'm using the new one, because, you know, you buy Joy-Cons in pairs. But I actually don't remember. Either way, the left Joy-Con was probably fine. And that way I can just wear out the one that I don't use anymore. I would just use the switch up, but you can't use a wired controller with Let's Go Eevee. Because they really want to force you to use motion controls. Or in like handheld mode, you can just... it's still motion controls, I guess, but you can, instead of like motion to throw the ball, you use the motion to aim, and then you press A to throw it, which is way more playable. Because the motion controls are not great. Motion controls have never been great. But, you know, it's really not helpful when you can do the same action 3 times and you get 3 different results. Like, wildly different results. I also still never really properly figured out how to throw a ball to, like, the left or the right. Like, I did some things that usually worked sometimes, but also sometimes it would just be, like, completely not in the right spot. So handheld was definitely the way to go for shiny hunting. Yeah, I haven't decided. I might maybe go back to Let's Go Eevee for like one shiny hunt. Did I use my Master Ball? I forget if I used my Master Ball. Because I know I had a plan to save it for something. I think I was going to go like hunt Diglett or something. That was the thing. But I don't remember. I don't remember if I just ended up throwing it at Mewtwo or not. I want to say I tried to save it though, but like, yeah, I don't know. I don't really care about going back to Let's Go Eevee to hunt, other than for the couple of Alolan forms that I need. But, I don't know. It might be nice to do it like one time, just like as a stream. It's not as good for shiny hunting as people thought it was before I got data mined. It's still like, it's mostly fine. You just have to, you can't just do a combo of 30 and then just stand there and let stuff, well, you can, I guess. But basically your catch combo doesn't actually matter. because it only changes, or only boosts the odds of the next Pokemon that spawns, and then the one that spawns after that still has like the unboosted, at least with regards to the catch combo boost. So it basically, in order to keep getting the boost, you have to keep catching more Pokemon. Because before, people would just like, you'd catch 30 Pokemon, or 30 the same, so you'd have the catch combo, and then you would just sit there and let stuff spawn in. Which, like, in some places, kind of seems like it works. Like Viridian Forest, it's like, it spawns a crap ton of Pokemon, so it's just so fast, it's like, oh wow, yeah, you don't really notice that actually, like, those odds are terrible. Really, the only thing that either you have to catch just like everything that you see until you can get a shiny to pop up, or you have to, you just don't catch anything, and you just don't worry about getting that boost. Except for if you need, like Bulbasaur, or just any of these special spawns that don't spawn until you start a catch combo. Then those, I think you do like 10, and you get the best possible odds of them spawning. I forget exactly what the number is. Like I said, I'm not really interested in going back to it. Especially after finding out that, like, oh yeah, actually it's way worse than we thought. Like, I had a suspicion that the catch combos didn't work as advertised, but I couldn't really say for sure. But then it got like data mined later, and it's like, oh yeah, actually it's nowhere near as good as you think. It's still actually not bad, but it's just like, it's also more Let's Go Eevee. Also, those hunts are really boring to stream because it's just standing there. Although again, if you are just like catching everything you see, then that can work, I guess. I suppose I could do that, try and catch everything that I see, and then once I like actually run out of Pokeballs, be like, okay, now we'll just sit here and wait for stuff to spawn. But I don't know. I think I'll probably just stick to Alolan Raichu, Rattata, Raticate, maybe Alolan Marowak. Because those hunts are going to take me so long to do anyways. So we might honestly have a better way to shiny hunt Alolan Marowak. Like, there might be a zone, maybe, for instance, in one of the DLC, where if you evolve your, like, a normal Cubone there, the area is treated as Alola, so therefore it, like, it evolves into Alolan Marowak. I don't know how likely it is that they'll do that. It'd be nice if they would, but who knows. Just like having a zone to emulate each of the different regionals, or regions that have regional forms. So Alola, Galar, Hisui, basically. I'm trying to think. Oh, maybe, no, yeah, I mean, the only thing that would be, like, the new Paldean forms, I was thinking, like, oh, to get their original forms, you might need a Kanto and a Johto zone as well, but, yeah, no, I don't think you would, because you don't need it for Cantonian Tauros, because you can just breed, well, it doesn't evolve, and you can just, for breeding it, you just use an Everstone. Or if you have a Cantonian Tauros, then you use an Everstone on it when you breed, and they'll actually come out as Cantonian and not Paldean. I was also thinking the same for Wooper, but like the Clodsire or Quagsire spawn isn't dependent on the region you're in, it's dependent on the region the Whooper is from, so that one doesn't matter either. I guess... No, because you can still use an Everstone for this. I was going to say maybe the... Oops. Maybe for, like, breeding for Whoopers, but again, you just use an Everstone on a Johto Whooper and you'll keep getting more of them, and not Paldean. Alright, one left and then we reset. And then we do it all over again. Or maybe we don't. Maybe this will be the one. I just wrap up here. Nope. Okay. Well, we'll double check him real quick. Just to make sure that we don't have a shiny that I missed. Unless it was very early here. Nope, okay. Let's reset. Here we go. Okay, let's go ahead and move over to this box now. And we'll save real quick, so that way that's locked in. Just a quick shiny check. Now that's Jigglypuff, okay. A Tauros immediately went to sleep. Okay, so we need 2 chorizo. 3 banana. And 1 sweet herba mystica. Okay. One of these times I'm going to screw up this sandwich and it's going to be embarrassing, but hopefully not this time. That's actually really close to the edge there, though. It was really risky to drop the second one so close to it. Rushing it a little bit, I'll be honest. I don't need to go this fast, but it's also a fairly easy sandwich to make. I'm trying to crowd them all kind of on the right, too, so I don't stop. So I don't worry about knocking off that one that's really close there. I guess right here? That should be fine. Dope. Alright, that should work. Alright, dope. And now we stand around and do nothing for 30 minutes again. There's like a slight, slim area there where the Ditto can like interact with me, or rather I can interact with the Ditto without like moving, which is a problem because that's not what I want. Fortunately, since I'm like actually doing this myself, it's easy enough just to move over and check the basket. But like if I had the switch up set up or anything like that, wouldn't work as well. Because you can just get stuck into just talking to the Ditto over and over. So I'm curious. I would actually know if I'd paid attention to what the percentage was when I started today, but how likely am I with, we'll say 85, because we're basically averaging 85 eggs right now. So 511 divided by 512 to the 85th power. So there's like about a 15% chance on any like batch of eggs that I'm doing, that I'm collecting, that I will get a shiny, which is not too bad. I mean, in theory, after like 3 sets, you should be, 3 or 4 sets, you should be pretty damn close to having it. Or you're more likely to have it than to have not gotten it. Yeah, we'll see. We'll definitely hatch all of these eggs that I collect here. We'll see if I do another set or not. Kind of depends on how late it is, honestly. This will probably be the last one, actually. Just think about the time, because it took me about an hour and a half to do all the eggs and all of the, Oh, I realized, yeah, right, I forgot to, buy another sandwich during that, the hatching earlier. Whoops. So that took a lot longer than it needed to, but oh well. But yeah, because I don't really want to go past 8, so. If I try and do like 2 more, I will probably go past 8. And whatever. It'll be fine. Oh yeah, the new, the new raids for... Sorry, I'm getting distracted looking at Zerby. The new raids for Scarlet and Violet actually got announced. So next up is normal type Rillaboom. So that'll be interesting. Oddly enough, it doesn't start this weekend. It starts next weekend. And there's like some theory stuff going around that there might be a raid for Mew or Mewtwo. I think it's expected to be a Mewtwo raid because there's like some special mechanic tied to boosting a Mew if it's in a raid against a Mewtwo. So that could be interesting. But that's just purely speculative. Well, so we know that there's like some special raid because of data mines. That's how we like know that if Mewtwo is like the boss of a raid and you bring in a Mew, it gets like a special bonus. So it's assumed that's going to be like some sort of event. And there is some stuff kind of going on with Mew right now, I think, at Pokemon Go. Because they just had the Masterwork research available again. I forget, there might be something else tied into it as well, which is like indicating there could be a Mew raid this weekend. Or a Mewtwo raid. I think it would be more likely to be Mewtwo. It would be nice to actually have a use for Mew. Granted, I think it is actually a pretty good Pokemon. It might actually be banned in Smogon, at least until like Ubers or something. Just being that it can learn like every move, I think. Or at least it can learn every TM. But we'll see. It is interesting they are skipping a week. And they didn't announce like a different raid for this weekend. Like just one of the, you know, like a version exclusive Pokemon or anything like that. But we'll see. I'm trying to think what else is even left after Rillaboom for starters. Oh, I guess they could do the Gen 1s, right? Because they did Charizard, but we haven't had a Venusaur or a Blastoise yet. I guess, yeah, they could do Meganium and Feraligatr. What's the grass type? Oh no, we did get Chestnut. So, yeah. I'm just like trying to think, because like we got all of the Pokemon that had Hisuian forms. But then we did also get all of the Gen 6 Pokemon. Did we get another one of the... No, because we haven't had Poplio and we haven't had Infernape yet. Are they even in the... They might not even be in the files for the game yet. I want to say the Gen 2 starters are, though. Oh, wait, hold on. I got myself mixed up. Because, right, we got Hisuian Samurott. So we haven't gotten the Gen 5, the Gen 2, or the Gen 7 starters, other than those three. I don't know why I said that in a weird order. So yeah, I mean, because we got all the Gen 8s, right? Because we're getting Rillaboom, and we already had Cinderace and Sobble, or not Sobble, Inteleon. And we got all our Gen 6 starters already. I'm just like trying to think what else there is still to do. But yeah, I'm just curious what they might do for the raids after Rillaboom. Seems like we're getting a good chunk of eggs here. Yeah, we don't actually have any details for Rillaboom yet. I don't think we will get any details because it's... And, you know, until the event goes live. Oh, wow. I'm like on Cerebi now, just looking at stuff. So we're going to get back-to-back community days, it looks like, on Pokemon Go, because we're going to have the makeup event for Squirtle on the 23rd, and then we have Poliwag later in the month. Or a week later, rather. So that's on the 30th. So actually, this will be... Yeah, this previous weekend was the only not Community Day weekend this month. I still haven't decided yet if I'm going to actually say screw it and just pay the $15 to get Deancey. I kind of want to wait until the day of to buy it, to buy the like ticket, because people will have like data mined it already, so I'll be able to see how much of a pain in the ass it's going to be. Because if I pay $15 for it and then don't get it because I didn't have enough time, I'm going to be pissed. I would certainly hope not, but being that they're scummy enough to put the mythics behind a paywall anyways, I don't at all doubt for a second that they'll make it still difficult to get in the given amount of time. That's just something I absolutely would expect out of Niantic. Oh yeah, Pokemon Sleep came out, or is coming out. It's like a staggered launch or something. And for some reason it has microtransactions, because of course it does. God damn it. But yeah, I don't know. I was like mildly interested in Pokemon Sleep for like a few minutes last night, because I was like, oh, maybe I'll look into this, because I mean, I already have to set alarms to get up and stuff anyways, right? Just like run a sleep tracker as well is fine. But then I was like, yeah, no, I don't actually care. Like the fact that they put microtransactions in it, I'm just like, okay, you know what? I'm good. There's like some stuff where it's like, okay, I can kind of get making that a paid feature. Like being able to store your like sleep data for more than 30 days is like, okay. It still doesn't really cost them anything to do that. But like also, okay, that's a pretty common thing to lock behind a paywall. But some of it is like actually buying in-game currency. It's like, what even game is there? What? That was not a good batch of eggs there. I do want to look up. I actually want to figure out. Let me see. Breeding mechanics. So the odds of an egg like actually spawning with my current thing, I think is. So I guess if you wanted to like really try and min-max this, if you check the box every basically 3 minutes, well, on average after 3 minutes you will have a full box, right? Because there's a, I think, I don't even know. Point is, definitely don't go more than 3 minutes if you're using a level 3 sandwich. If you're using a level 2, you might be fine going up to like 5 minutes. You will sometimes lose a couple of eggs though, just because the box will be full. Yeah, I do want to try and like write out the script for my my like dive into the mechanics video. Or I guess not really diving into the mechanics so much as just like testing what we know about it and seeing which game is actually faster. I will say though, I'm glad I did dive into it because now I like actually understand how some of the things work. Like the reason why you have to do a bunch of extras, like when you hatch, In theory, when you have 5 Pokemon that you put in your party at the same time, or 5 eggs that you put in at the same time, if they're all like the same Pokemon, then they all should hatch at the same time. But the way this game works is weird in that, like, with Sword and Shield and BDSP, you didn't have to really do anything extra. Like, BDSP, they would all just hatch in a row. Sword and Shield, you have to take one additional step and then it would hatch. In this game, you have to do a full egg cycle, which is like its own thing, because technically it's not just steps. It's like a whole weird ass thing. But like also understanding how Flame Body plays with that and how the Meal Powers works. It's like, it's nice to know just because I do so much of this crap. I do actually kind of want to make like a big video that's just like a shiny hunting guide for Pokemon games on the Switch, and just like detail all the different shiny hunting stuff you can do in each of the games, and like how to do it in theory the best. But that's also like a big video that I would have to figure out. I want to get this first one done first. One of the things I want to do with like trying to make that guide is I also want to have like a spreadsheet made that shows what Pokemon are in which games, including like also denoting the version exclusives. Because I kind of have that actually already for like my kind of keeping track of what Pokemon I still have to go through, my spreadsheet for that. But the thing is, I delete Pokemon from that when I actually like get them, so it's just easier to start from scratch. Oh, did I? Okay, thank God. I could see the little talk prompt pop up right behind the Tauros sprite. But yeah, I want to have that just so I can like upload and be like, hey, here's where like all the different Pokemon are kind of available. It's not like perfect how it's going to be set up, but I can at least edit it from there. Because like denoting Pokemon that are like in some, you know, it's like, oh, okay, well this Pokemon's only in Dynamax Adventures, right? Like a legendary. So like how do I denote that? But then it starts getting really cluttered. So I need to figure out something for it. There's also like there's version exclusive stuff for Dynamax Adventures, but also you can just join a raid from the person with the different game and then you can get it too. I don't know, we'll see. Alright, like 10 more minutes or so of this, and then we can get back to hatching. I will probably have to leave again to work my laundry again. But again, that'll only be a few minutes. God, I hate the breeding in this game. Oh, this is just so not interesting. I definitely understand that, like, the reason why some people enjoy this is that you can just put it down for a couple minutes and then come back, so it doesn't require constant attention. Which, like, yeah, I get it, but it's not worth it for how just boring it is. Like, I'm pretty sure... I feel like if a game is best played by literally putting it down and not playing it, that's not really a very good game. And it's not like with a clicker type game where it's like, oh yeah, you know, you go to bed and get up and then spend your resources and then leave it when you go to work and stuff. Like, the actual gameplay of that is still, you know, you're still involved in it. It's just that when you're not going to be playing it, then at least it progresses on its own a little bit, right? This is like, oh yeah, the actual gameplay section is best. The best way to play it is just not to even touch your controller for a couple minutes and then press A few times and then not touch it for a couple minutes. And you can't really just leave it alone for an extended period of time, because then it just, you're wasting eggs more or less. I will say there is something, I guess. Well, no, it doesn't. This could work. Just like leave your game running when you go to work. Don't even use like a sandwich or anything. And when you come back, you should have a full box. Which, if you're shiny hunting, obviously is not helpful. But if you're just breeding for like competitive Pokemon or whatever, that could work fine, honestly. So like, there's benefits to how they did this, but like, it's for like actual shiny hunting, it's just way worse. Because like, if you're just riding in circles in front of the daycare center, like, yeah, I get that's not necessarily any better than this, but like, it at least still feels like you're doing something, and you can, you know, you can still do that while watching a YouTube video or something, you know? It doesn't actually require your constant attention. The only thing is like, yeah, I guess you can miss when the breeder like indicates that there's an egg ready, but like, you just have to, you know, glance at it every few seconds. I have seen some people say that one of the ways they do this is they'll set the dimming timer for the Switch to 5 minutes. So after 5 minutes, the screen will dim, which in theory helps protect your display, especially with OLEDs. And so basically, just like whenever the screen goes dim, they'll notice it. So they just like pick up the controller real quick, collect the eggs, and then put the controller back down, which is that's a pretty smart way to do it, honestly. But like, still, you're playing the game by literally not playing the game. Like, I don't know. But also for me personally, it's just like, you know, not very interesting content if I'm just like, just standing here not doing anything for 30 minutes at a time. But with this way of doing it, I can't just like collect a bunch of eggs before and then watch them on stream, because it's, well, I have to be able to reset, so it'd be a massive waste of Herba Mystica to not do that. I think I have like 6 more sets of eggs. Or, sorry, 3 more sets of eggs. 6 more minutes. This is a good batch, though. Other thing is, I wish I could check, like, during this, like, what I'm at for eggs already. But in doing so, I'm literally just, like, losing eggs. So, like, God, if there's just a way to collect eggs, like, Just if I could just put the Tauros and the Ditto in a box, and they would just generate eggs as like I actually play the game. Like I could run around and do raids and stuff. Whereas this way, you literally can't do anything. But yeah, it does kind of seem like Game Freak really wants to kill off breeding. I don't know. Like the fact that they added like in Sword and Shield, if I remember correctly, you could pass egg moves to like the other parent if you were breeding them. So instead of it just being passed down into the offspring, it would actually be. I'm gonna be honest, I was spending a couple seconds there to try and come up with a stupid music joke, and I had nothing. God damn it. But yeah. Yeah, like, instead of just passing down the moves, you could also, like, swap them over to the parents. And now you don't even need to do that, you can just use a mirror herb in the picnic. And, like, you know, they're making breeding worse, and they've introduced so many mechanics to, like, just, like, make breeding not necessary. Like, the nature mints and the, being able to use bottle caps for stats and stuff. It really seems like they kind of want to get rid of this mechanic. Which, honestly, I mean, as long as there's a way to, like, hunt for the starters, then it's not really an issue. Because there usually aren't many. Well, yeah, there just needs to be some way to hunt, you know, to shiny hunt the Pokemon that don't natively spawn, basically. Though knowing Game Freak, they would just kill off breeding, and then just some Pokemon are effectively shiny locked in some games. Almost done with this. But we should get over like 250 eggs. So in theory, we should be halfway to odds. We should be pretty close to like 50% likely to have the Pokemon. So we'll see. One more set after this. I've heard that the timer doesn't actually progress when you're in a menu, which I think would include the confirming that you want to take the egg stuff. So it's possible you might actually have a tiny bit of a sandwich left at the end of this, but we'll see. If there is, I mean, it's not really enough to care about. It would only be like maybe one more egg, but it could be interesting to look at real quick. almost will be free. Tauros has to level up. Okay, no, so the sandwich is done. So I don't think those text boxes count as in a menu then. So we got, what, 80... hold on. I think 85 then? Yeah, 85, because we're missing 5. Okay, cool. Let's hatch them. Let's see, swap you over. Grab our first pack of eggs. And here we go. Just grab a level 2 sandwich. Just speed it up a little bit. Oops, that would have been bad. I actually don't know if you can overwrite a sandwich. Like if you already have powers and if you make another one, does it overwrite it? I know you can't stack them, which is a shame. Alright, here we go. Oh, also, I just realized 85 is the exact number that I picked for my average. So, there's about a 15% chance I get the shiny out of this batch of eggs, which will be nice. It'd be so nice to get it. Just have this one be over with. I'll have all my Paldean forms done. And then I get to start Alolan forms. Because that'll be fun. I guess technically I already did start Alolan forms with Raichu. Do I have one more? Yes, I do. Okay. Swap them out. I'm definitely starting to get hungry. So yeah, this will definitely be the last set for tonight. And then tomorrow I'll try and do Mario Kart. Maybe Thursday I can try and do some NSO stuff, because we might have raids on Friday. Again, there is the rumor about the Mewtwo stuff. And then... yeah, Friday will be either, like, Gimme Ghoul, or if there is a raid, then we'll do it. And then Saturday, we'll probably just do more breeding. Maybe, I'm not sure yet. I mean, if we don't get this today, then we'll definitely do more breeding on Saturday. Again, assuming I actually stream. One more, I think, right? Why do I feel like that animation took way longer than normal? Like, I feel like it took an extra time or something. It obviously didn't, it just felt weird. I don't know. Kinda don't like the group select button being the minus button. I do like that, like, you don't have to toggle between modes, you just press it and then select your area, but like, I just don't like having to use the minus button for it. I don't know. God damn it. But I would definitely like it a lot more if this would just be like the control scheme from now on, and they would stop changing it with every game. I don't know why they change the box controls all the time, it seems like. Because I want to say between Sword and Shield, BDSP, and Pokemon Home, 2 of those use the same, like, exact control scheme. I don't remember which 2. I think it's Sword and Shield and BDSP. I think Home is the one that's different. And then Arceus is, like, a completely different thing. At least that one's a little bit understandable, because it's like... well, no, actually, the whole box mechanic is the same, no matter what. So there's really no reason why it got changed. And then this game changed it again. And it's like, please just pick one, guys. Please. Oh, I did see a rumor. Oh, I guess it wasn't a rumor. I guess it was from the Microsoft stuff, because they finally, like, have gotten the go-ahead to buy Activision. Or I think the UK didn't approve it, but the EU and the US both did, so basically they're just gonna do it and figure out what they want to do with the UK for it. But one of the documents that came out from that is that Microsoft believes that there will be a new Nintendo console in 2024. Which is possible. I mean, definitely the Switch is old at this point. It would be 7 years old if a new console came out in 2024. And God knows we need an upgraded Switch. I know I've complained about it a few times, but it's a 2017 console with... That wasn't the game, that was the Joy-Con being weird. But yeah, 2017 console with 2015 tablet hardware powering it. That is heavily underclocked. So like, you know, it's kind of a disaster. Like, I really feel like a game running in 1080p 60 FPS is like not really a big ask anymore. So there's no excuse for this game to not even run at 1080p 30 consistently, you know. And again, a lot of that's on Game Freak, but also a lot of it is just that the Switch is an underpowered piece of shit. I do definitely hope, though, that whatever they do next, they, like, keep going with the Switch and don't, like, try and come up with a new gimmick, because being able to use it as, like, you know, TV console and also handheld is so nice. Like, I was definitely one of the people that had very low expectations for it, because it was like, why would you want a device that does both? Because it's going to underperform as a, you know, as a typical console, and as a handheld it's going to be way too big. It's not going to be comfortable to play. It's actually not too bad in handheld, and it's fine if it doesn't actually like keep up with the other consoles. It just needs to not be this underpowered. Yeah, like, honestly, just make a new one with modern hardware within. It can honestly more or less be the same. In fact, being the same form factor would be great. Oh god, you know what would be awesome? Is if they managed to make it work with, like, the same docks still, too. I know, like, the OLED has an updated dock, although I don't think you have to use the, that. I think you can still use an old dock, you just have to download the update for it. And then obviously you won't have the built-in Ethernet, but that's not the end of the world. Definitely kind of dumb that it took until the OLED for them to include that with it. But if you really need to hardline it, you can use the dongle for it to plug in an Ethernet into the USB-C slot. So in theory, I feel like they could probably have a new one support the old dock. And if they keep, like, the form factor is honestly fine. Maybe change some things in terms of, like, cooling or whatever, if they can, but, like, the overall size is pretty good. Maybe make the Joy-Cons not suck, but again, like, keep a similar size to them. Basically, we just need, like, a Switch Pro. The thing that everyone wanted originally. I guess maybe a little bit more extensive in terms of more power. But, like, if they can keep as much of it as compatible with Switch 1 hardware and software as possible, that's, like, ideal. Like, even if the original Switch Joy-Cons won't, like, slide into the sides of the new one, like maybe if they're a different shape or something, at least make it so you can still connect them with Bluetooth. So you can still use it, you just have to, you know, figure out a way to charge it. Yeah, I don't know. I want this game to look good, man. It's just like so disappointing. Like this game has so much good with it. Plenty of bad too. Like again, the raids are completely busted. I don't like the breeding. The go wherever you want and play the game in whatever order you want is a load of nonsense because it's everything is set levels, so you're not really, even if you want to do it in a different order, it's like very much naturally makes you not able to do so without grinding. Plus there's like the psychic type gym in the southwest corner of the map that you can't even get to without doing some of the Titans storyline. But like overall, just the gameplay is like so good. It's just so much fun. It just runs poorly, so it detracts from it a lot. But like there's moments where the game looks decent, at least. Like where they're really using the lighting to their advantage and stuff like that. So like, you know, it has potential. It just, the normal gameplay can't live up to it. And again, when it's on Game Freak, a lot of it, because it, you know, the game is very unoptimized. But also, like, some of it is just like, the hardware just you can't do very much with it. Like even, you know, Tears of the Kingdom is like a great example of how this game could absolutely run better, but also like, you know, Tears of the Kingdom could run better too. It's just, there's nothing you can do about it because the hardware just is so poor. Alright, hatch this one real quick. And then I need to go do laundry real quick. That was very weird. I don't know why OBS said it was outputting at 59.02 FPS instead of 60. That was weird. Anyways, allow me, how much time we got left on the sandwich? Yeah, whatever. Alright, let me swap to this scene, and I'll be right back in a minute. Well, probably more than that, but you get what I mean. Okay, recording is resumed. Find the right scene again. Alright, let's get back to it. I don't think that took me 15 minutes, so we should still have a little bit of time left on that. Yep. Also, it would help if I actually put more eggs in my box, or in my party. Man. I'm glad that, like, at least with the sandwich going, even if it takes a lot more steps to hatch, like, multiple eggs, at least it doesn't take too much. It's only, like, another second of running or so. I guess it's a couple seconds, but like, that's still not too bad. I still would prefer it to be like BDSP, where they just all hatched at the same time. That was so nice. Like, even Sword and Shield, you have to take one additional step, and it's just like, like, I mean, obviously I can do it, but like, just like, go through the motions yourself. I don't know. If they all hatch at the same time, hatch them at the same time. Actually, it'd be really cool if they would, like, all hatch in the same animation, too. Kind of like how in Pokemon Go, it'll show, like, if you have, like, a bunch of eggs incubating, and then you open up the app after they've all hatched at the same time. Or after they've all hatched, then when you open it up, they will all show on the same screen. I think they do pop one at a time, but it does show, like, that you have multiple eggs that you're going to hatch. Which is neat. But yeah, just have like all 5 eggs show in like a pentagon shape. And just have them all hatch and be like, oh hey, look, that one's shiny. It would honestly make it really hype too, on the rare occasion that you get like multiple shinies in a row. Or like multiple shinies out of the same group. I still can't believe how absurd my luck was in Sword and Shield one time. Of course off stream that this happened, when I was working on my Galarian Zigzagoons. And I had collected a whole bunch of eggs, right? Hatched a bunch on stream, got a shiny. Perfect. Within like the next 50 to 100 eggs, or I think like 60 eggs, because it was like 2 boxes, I got like 4 more shinies. Because like after I hatched the one shiny, it's like, okay, awesome. I'm going to wrap up there. End of the stream. The next one was going to be a different hunt anyways, and then I was going to double back to Zigzagoon. But then I got like 4 more shinies off stream, just hatching the eggs that I'd already collected. Which does remind me, I need to actually go and finish hatching my Slowpoke eggs. I had a bunch of Galarian Slowpoke eggs left over from... I think that was my last hunt in Sword and Shield. And so when I got the shiny, I was like, awesome. And then I just didn't bother because then Scarlet and Violet were coming out. And I wasn't going to breed anything for a while anyways. I honestly was going to only breed in a Sword and Shield as much as I have to. Like, just Pokemon that aren't available in this game, basically. But then I realized that this game's slower to breed, so, you know. For a lot of stuff, I'll probably just stick to Sword and Shield. Ugh, I don't know why I've been so... Actually, I guess it makes sense why I'm sneezing at this exact moment. Since I was just in the laundry room and there's a lot of lint in there. And I did clean out the lint trap. Yes, we have eggs. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I could... You know, I did it a couple times pre-collecting eggs in this game. I did it a few times in Sword and Shield as well. But like collecting eggs before the stream and then just hatching on stream, not worrying about like the picnic or collecting from the daycare center or anything like that. I just hate having to do like a bunch of prep work for the stream off stream. Like obviously there's stuff like, you know, uploads and whatnot. Uploads and thumbnails and making the pop-in cards and stuff, but like that's already stuff that I have to do. And then adding this where it's like, okay, well for a full stream, like I would need... I'm actually not sure how many eggs I would need, to be honest with you. I'm pretty sure also this sandwich is... Oh, wow, okay, we still have a little bit of the sandwich left. So after these eggs, I'll go buy another. But yeah, it's like, even using the switch up to do it automatically, just having to even worry about it is just like, eh. It's part of why I'm switching to using Herba Mystica for this. Just so that way I can do the picnic hunts, and yeah, it's like, it's a lot of just standing there waiting, but at least I can get through a lot of Pokemon, or a lot more Pokemon. It also helps that now I remembered about using egg power to boost the hatching speed, because I completely forgot about that. Alright, go grab this, make sure we're done. Okay, cool. And the sandwich should get me through for the rest of the eggs. Alright, we got, what, 40 more eggs to go here, I think? Because I think we should end at 255. Because we were at 170, and then we got 85 more eggs. So I feel like we should get over 40% for the chance that I would have seen a shiny by now. Which, again, is still more likely than not, but also still pretty good chance. Or it's more likely that I wouldn't see a shiny than that I would. Two more? Yes, okay. I do still love that I use a Heatran as my my breeder Pokemon. I've relegated a legendary purely to be used to hatch eggs. I mean, it's better at doing that than raids, at least. I still like... the fact that Heatran was like the first strategy that people came up with for Delphox. It's just like, come on. Like, Armarouge was right there and it worked perfectly every time. Whereas, like, Heatran literally has to be transferred in. You can't even get Heatran in the game yet. I think Ceruledge was pretty good for it. It was just, like, not quite as good as Armarouge. Come on, Tauros, please. Needing to figure out what I'm going to do for the stream on Saturday is a good problem to have. I would like to have that problem, please. To be fair, it's not hard to figure it out. I'll probably just try and research a couple of encounter hunts that I can do. And worst case scenario, I can start breeding like a lowland muck or something. More eggs. I really need to like finish this counter program, or at least make it more like user friendly so I can like make it available to other people. I haven't looked in a very long time, but like the whole reason why I created it is that nothing else would also give like any sort of percentage number. Or, you know, could do anything with probability. So it, like, yeah, there's, you know, the, like, death counter and soundboard, I think is what it's called, is, like, the go-to that people use. And it works perfect for just being a counter. Or, I mean, it also has, like, soundboard stuff as well. It's literally part of the name. Yeah, I don't know if anyone else has, like, decided to make one that also can show you anything other than just the counter, I guess. One more of this set, I think, if I've been keeping track. I've definitely, like, run out of gas on this one. I just don't have much to talk about. But also, I'm, like, tired. I want to go eat some food. And though I think I do actually have to run to the store for a minute before that. If I swap stuff over. But yeah, I have like a big ass bowl of spaghetti waiting for me right now. But we still got 25 more eggs before I get there. Pokemon board. Oh my god, Tauros. I mean, I guess it's Paldean Tauros, so Tauros is not a terrible merger there. Anyways, I want to be done with my Paldean forms. But not yet, I guess. I really can't complain. We have not done that many eggs, I guess. It would just be nice to get it done. I think, yeah, Lowland Grimer is definitely the next one. And then we might actually end up going back to Sword and Shield for some, for like Alolan Meowth and Diglett and I'm trying to think what else, because I got another Alolan Vulpix just by like mystery trade on a Pokemon Home, and it looks legit, or at least it's not obviously not legit. Just trying to think what else there even is. Rattata line, Raichu and Marowak, Grimer line, and then Diglett and Meowth, I think, are it. I think those are the only ones I'm missing. And then, yeah, I need to go back to Golden Go. That's going to be, like, my main, like, long stream that I want to do. And if I can be bothered to, like, buy the stuff for it, I want to make that autopresser, and then I can do, like, AFK streams of, Raichu, Marowak, and the Rattata line. Though I will need a whole lot more Pikachus and a whole lot more money in that game. Oh, I didn't think about that. Oh. Well, that could be a problem. But yeah, like, I would go back and do Raichu, but, like, right now, anyways. Or not, you know, right this second, you get what I mean. But, like, because of Gimmighoul, like, Gimmighoul I feel like is more pressing because eventually the DLC is going to come out and I might need to play Violet again for that. I guess I could just create a new save. Yeah, I guess it would work. But also, I'm, you know, if I don't get Gimmighoul, I don't get Gimmighoul. I don't care that much. That hunt is so just dismal and terrible that I'm just like, as far as I'm concerned, it's still shiny locked. But while I still do have it available to me, I should probably prioritize that over Raichu, which I can do whenever. And also, it might be, you know, again, a thing where there might be a way to do that in one of the DLCs. Getting the Alolan forms of Raichu and Marowak. I believe Marowak is in this game. Maybe not, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Have I seen a Cubone or a Marowak? I'm, like, actually wondering about that now. It's in Sword and Shield. It is not in Gen 9, okay. I want to say that might be in, like, the files or something, though. Like some of the stuff that's been data mined. 15 left, by the way. But yeah, for sure, I don't think that, as far as I can tell, Rattata and Raticate aren't coming to Scarlet and Violet, based on what we know from the data mines and stuff. Do I still have sandwich going too? Oh yeah, okay, so we still have plenty. I was pretty sure that sandwich would last through the rest of this hunt, but wasn't 100% on that. You know what I should do? Oh, yeah, it could work. Is if I set up that auto presser to also like automatically trigger the my counter to go. Which could actually work pretty easily. That's just a lot of like years and maybe like changing the program slightly just so that way. Yeah, that could work. That could work really well, actually. I just realized that there was a way that I could have done the counter where I could have just actually... I definitely can do this. This is how I do it for the AFK stream, is use the death counter and soundboard. And then just have, like, a different Python program that just, like, reads the current value for, the file that, the death counter puts out. Because basically, the way that the numbers show up on screen is you just, they're just being written to a text file. And then OBS just reads the text file and just, like, makes it an on-screen element. But I could just also have a Python program that just, like, reads the text file for the actual counter. And then I already know what the probabilities are going to be. So I can just hard code that into it. And just, like, every, I don't know, second or so, I guess, just, like, check the, check that number and then calculate a new probability number. And then it can update its own text file, which OBS can also read. That would be the easy way to do it. Man, that would really be the easy way to do it. That, like, skips any of the need that I have for, yeah, oh boy, I need to work on that. But basically, it skips, like, me figuring out a lot of the ease of use stuff for, like, the actual counter. Because that's already handled well by the death counter. But I can just have this also be a thing. It's like, yeah, just run this as well, and I'll update your probabilities numbers. Yeah, that's actually the way to go. I don't know why I hadn't thought of that before. So that might be something I work on tonight. Now that I haven't touched Python in like 2 years, let's go ahead and pick it back up again. As if I ever had it really picked up to begin with. I only knew enough to, like, do what I needed to do. Or I only learned enough to do what I needed to do for the counter. One more for this batch? Yep, okay. And then we only have one more set of eggs to go. And we wrap up for the night. Don't think we're getting the shiny. Actually, it looks like we might not even get over 40%. Which is, again, that doesn't really matter. It's more of a way just to gauge how unlucky I am. It's not really progress. I mean, really, none of this is progress, right? Because no matter how many eggs you hatch, it doesn't, like, It doesn't make the next egg more likely to be shiny. It will always be whatever the odds are. In this case, 512. Or 1 in 512. Three more eggs. Come on, Tauros. I would love to see the shiny tonight. Two more. Come on. Yeah, we'll just be just under 40%. Alright, well, no shiny today. It's not really too surprising. We didn't we haven't hatched all that much yet. But it is... I mean, it's always disappointing not to get a shiny, I guess. Anyways, though, yeah, so I'm going to wrap up there. Tomorrow, again, the goal is I'll play some Mario Kart, the new maps. Just a quick little one, just to have those out. And then, yeah, probably... Thursday will be like some NSO. Again, probably Pokemon Stadium and Puzzle League. Just to have those done. And then Friday, we'll see after like Friday. Because again, there's that rumor there's going to be a new raid. Even though the only announced raid right now is for next weekend. But maybe we'll get Mewtwo this weekend. That would be pretty cool. I don't know why they would do that, but maybe. But yeah, so we'll just see from there. Anyways, thank you so very much for watching. I do definitely appreciate it. If you watch this on YouTube, come check out the Twitch now, twitch.tv/PanicGhostGaming. We do basically just Pokemon and mostly just shiny hunting, but occasionally there's other things there. But yeah, so come check it out. Yeah, thank you again. I definitely appreciate the views and whatnot. I don't know why I always like stumble over myself once I get to the end here. Anyways, thank you guys. I'll see you next time.